Hello, my name is Jordan and I'm a product scientist with CriticalPath, and this video is focused on recording and uploading a trace file. When you first access the CriticalPath website, on the homepage here, you will see the Upload Your Trace button, and if you select this, it will take you to the Traces page. And we already have a video showing how to instrument your app, but once you have your instrumented app installed on your device, the next step is to enable system tracing so that you can record and upload your trace. So if I expand these instructions, we see here, step 1 is to enable developer options and USB debugging on your Android device. So here on the Android screen, I can go to Settings, and I'll go to About Phone. And then I would scroll down until I find the build number. And in some cases, the build number is found under software information. And then to turn on developer options, you would just tap build number 7 times. You see here, when I tap, it says no need because I already have this setting enabled, but this is what you do if you don't already have developer options enabled. And then once you enable developer options, you can go into developer options and then turn on USB debugging. So once you have developer options and USB debugging turned on, now you can go ahead and enable tracing and settings. So here I would just scroll down because it's under developer options until I see system tracing. And once I select system tracing, I will then select the tracing categories. All options except 2 of these categories should be turned off. So we see under categories, I already have those 2 selected, but I will show you here. It is the category that starts with shed and also the view systems category. So those are the only 2 categories that you should have turned on under system tracing. And here you should also set your per CPU buffer size to maximum, as I have it set here. And you should also enable long traces if it's not already turned on. And then the last step is to make sure you have Show Quick Settings tile turned on. That way you can easily access the tracing menu without having to find it in your settings. And you only have to complete this process 1 time on your device. And after that, you will be able to easily record your traces each time. So now we can talk about how to record your trace file and your screen recording. So the first step is to make sure that you're able to start your screen recording, and you want to make sure that you have the screen recording options in your quick settings tile. So if I swipe down on my device, I see the screen recording option here. So you want to make sure that you have that in your quick settings tile. And also when you start your screen recording, you also want to make sure that you, once selected, turn on Show Touches on Screen. That way you can easily identify on the video anytime you interacted with the screen, and that is very helpful when you're analyzing your traces. And again, to stop the screen recording, you would just follow the same procedure that you used to start the screen recording. So that's all of the information that you would need about screen recording. So now we can actually get into recording your trace file. When you record your trace file, and again, I will swipe down to view the quick settings tile, you should see the record trace icon in the top left. And you see this here because you enabled the show quick settings tile option in system tracing. So that actually puts the tracing icon right here in the settings tile so you can easily start and stop the recording. And to start a trace recording, you would just tap the icon, and to stop the trace recording, you would just tap it again. And this is where you will see the recording appear. So now we're down here in the instructions, so we can start both the screen and trace recording. And today I'm using this test app as an example. So first, scroll down and start the screen recording. And again, I'm turning on the Show Touches on Screen. No need to record audio. And then I'll press start. And that will start the screen recording. Next, I'll show the quick setting tile again, and I will select Record Trace. So now I will launch the test app because the trace is being recorded. And you can see we have the barcode here. That's how you know that your trace is properly instrumented, and it's counting frame by frame as you have your trace recording. And then once I'm done, I've recorded what I wanted to record. I will access the quick settings tile again, select the icon to stop the tracing, and then I will stop the screen recording. So this is what you will see after you have successfully recorded a trace file. And then the next step is to transfer your trace file and screen recording to your device. And I will just do that by sending it to Drive. So I will choose Share with Google Drive as my option and send it there. And then I will do the same for the video. And there are many ways that you can share the files to your computer. You can use ADB commands, for example, but for me, I just use Drive. And now that I've downloaded both of the files from Google Drive, I will go ahead with step 2, which is uploading the trace. And to upload the trace, you can either select it here and it will choose from your files, drag and drop the file here, and you'll see that it will automatically start to upload. And you also see that you can upload video while your trace file is being processed. So I'll go ahead and do that as well. So we see the message, done. You can open your trace, and we also see that the video is uploaded. So if I go here, now I see my trace file, and the video does take a few moments to process. But this is the screen that you will see once you have correctly recorded and uploaded your trace file to CriticalPath. And while waiting for the video, if you go back to the traces page, it will also show you this icon while the video is being processed, and then you will see a check mark once the video processing has finished. So now we see here there's a check mark. So if I open up the trace, we now see the video, and I'll zoom in here. We see the video paired with the trace file. And there we have it. This is how you record and upload your trace file to CriticalPath.